Ladies and gentlemen, I have myself some dirty ice, a sparkling ice caffeine cherry vanilla that I found while cleaning and is rather banged up. And we're going to answer yet another one of the 250 philosophical questions that I found on the internet. For those of you that don't know, I am a food blogger. And as a food blogger, I purchase whatever's clever. I mean, it's a hobby. I don't make a lot of money at it. So I likely found this on sale some time ago. Somehow it fell off the table, likely knocked over by a cat. And I have to remove it from my inventory. It's probably outdated. So I consume things in this video, in videos like this, in order to clear my inventory without overeating. Anyway, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Anyway. Today's question is, what are the moral implications of the advancement of AI? And that's an interesting question. It does beg the further question, do you mean towards AI or do you mean towards people? Because if you build a computer that can truly think, does that computer not therefore have rights? That's a question. Star Trek, The Next Generation, answered that question, that once you build a computer that can truly think, then yes, that computer has rights. Data has rights. When you examine AI on the level we see it today, in Star Trek's day, AI would be a lot more advanced, and ships like the Enterprise might actually have a computer that has feelings. Wouldn't be impossible to assume. Unless, of course, you have what was established in the Dune prequels, that there were laws restricting the power of computers, and therefore meaning you couldn't have ships with personalities. Previously I had Bailey's light in here, so that's what these particles are, if you can see them. So this is a cherry cream vanilla at this point. It's actually pretty good. I mean, here being a thing about intelligence and the concept of rights. All living beings should have some basic rights, okay? We should not have the right to torture any animal, okay? Or any plant for that matter. I mean, that's just one of those things. Plants do feel a certain kind of pain, and, we probably should even be mindful of how we treat them. They are providing us with oxygen, after all. But, one of the things they say is that the pig is the most intelligent animal we slaughter, and it is also the most slaughtered animal by mankind. Now, I mean, I find this a little hard to believe because you do have to take into account chickens. And I mean, maybe it's pound for pound. Pigs are the most slaughtered animal by mankind. But, I mean, do you count the eggs? Because if you count an egg as a chicken, we definitely kill a lot more chickens than we do people, or than we do pigs. But, maybe there are other countries where they don't have chickens. I don't know. I've never really looked into that statistic, but, where do we draw the line at intelligence? Should we be able to legally kill an ape, if it's not directly endangering us, should it even be legal for a person to keep one as a pet? They have feelings. They can learn to communicate to a certain extent. And that's just one of those things about, animals, is that they do have feelings. The question being is, can they understand the concepts that we can, and at what point does that understanding make them something that we don't have a right to kill? Some would say we have the right to kill no animal. I would have to point out that human beings have basic traits of a carnivore. We have canine teeth. We have forward-facing eyes to imply that we are a hunting species. So we have a certain level of the ability to consume. What we consume, it's like, yes, we still limit the bear. If a bear starts eating us, we get pretty upset with the bear. So what should we not have a right to consume? What is the level of intelligence where you become a person and not an animal or a machine? It's a question I honestly can't answer. Now, on the other hand, AI is doing a lot of artistic things that annoy me. They say that AI can write stories now. I don't know if I've ever read one, but it is honestly now cliche to say that a film feels like it was AI generated. And that takes the art out of artistry. When I was in college, I took a writing class. And the professor wanted to dictate what I wrote. I said, "You're going to do this." "No, I'm not. It doesn't work that way." You need to listen to me. I'm your teacher. You're in my class." "Well, I'm not going to be in your class anymore, so that problem is very much solved so far as I'm concerned." And eventually I left her class, and, she was pissed. But that's a digression. I really think that there's going to be some problems with how we as human beings fit into the world. Hollywood, for example, has always treated artists like shit. And I tell you something, once a writer gets a lucrative contract, it's like nowadays, you could feed everything from Stephen King into a computer and say, "Write me a Stephen King story about vampires that live in Egypt." And the computer could do it. That's an implication of, and the question then becomes, is it legal for me to say I own that and copyright it and take a cut? Or should that be public domain? I don't know. I guess it would solve a lot of problems if anything AI generated became public domain. Because then you can't do AI generated art because you can't copyright it. Anybody can legally take it. It's not stealing. So this is a tough question. This is one that really makes you think. There are two sides of it. The human side and how AI impacts us, and the AI side. At what point does AI have rights? I don't know. One day they will make a computer that can do anything mentally that a human does, only a lot faster. That day may be within my lifetime. And to be honest with you, it's a little scary. Anyway, Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard.
Danger Ducky says, this is your magic moment. A moment for you to do something that is good for the world. You can comment, like, and subscribe, because for every 1,000 subscribers this channel gets, they will buy one of these bracelets I am wearing. Each one of these bracelets I am wearing means that one pound of trash will be removed from the ocean. Cleaning the ocean is an expensive thing to do, and we need your help, so don't be trash. Comment, like, and subscribe, and get trash out of the ocean.